Yeah, it looks like you're scheduled at 8:30, and the prosecutor wants me to dismiss this file. I'm assuming that's okay with you?
That is great with me. I appreciate it.
All right, Merry Christmas. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. You're all set.
One question, if I may.
Yes, sir.
So that means I'll be able to get my license back then? Can my license?
It looks like you've already paid the clearance fee on this, so yeah, this shouldn't stop you from getting a license.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Your Honor. You have a wonderful day.
You as well. Good morning, Mr. Jadala.
Good morning, Judge Oakley. How are you?
Great.
Hey Sam, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Mr. Buds?
Yes,
It's Mary Ann Salinas. How are you?
pretty good yourself.
I'm doing wonderful. I haven't seen you in years. You look exactly the same.
Well, isn't that wonderful?
That's a good thing.
Your vision is not so good.
I don't know about that.
So how you doing, Art?
Good morning, Dennis.
Hi, Judge. How you doing?
Great. What do you got today?
I have a pretrial on the heinous zoning violation of truck in a central business district, truck trailer.
What's the defendant's name?
Hubbard, Greg Hubbard.
Hubbard. Yeah, scheduled at 8:30.
Yep. How you doing, Judge?
Not too bad, Dennis.
Good.
I don't like the new face of the judiciary with all this virtual stuff, but
Why
I
is
think we're
that?
stuck with it. And I don't like not having people. I miss
Oh.
having people in front of me. I don't feel like I can connect with video screens.
Well, we're all here. We're just further away.
And it's just not the same. And I know it's my problem, but it's just not the same. So is Mr. Hubbard going to be joining us, or do you have him with you?
He's in my waiting room with me.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Hubbard.
Good morning.
Mr. Buds, I've got a plea agreement that's been placed in the file, or a plea offer, I should say, by the prosecutor for the August 11, 21 misdemeanor violation of technical requirements. If Mr. Hubbard pleads guilty, the prosecutor is recommending 12 months delayed sentence under 771.1.
Your Honor, we have a motion to file regarding these matters that would include dismissal of the case.
Okay. You know what, Mary Ann, I just realized?
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
I have no dates.
Adjourn dates. Yep. Let me figure that out.
Heather's on vacation right now, Dennis, and I forgot all about the fact that she usually gives me a list of adjourn dates. So, good morning, Madam Prosecutor. Good morning, Ms. Foley Carter.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I've got Mr. Buds on with the Hubbard matter scheduled at 8:30. And Mr. Buds, you would waive formal reading and I'll enter a not guilty plea for arraignment.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Council wants to set this for motion date, and Mary Ann's helping me out this morning. She's gonna come up with another date for us.
Perfect.
Judge Michelle is gonna figure out the dates and bring them into you.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, Mary Ann, one thing that's helpful for me, if you tell me, so-and-so is coming into the meeting, tell me when they're scheduled so I can cross them off the docket.
All right, I will.
That helps me find them so I can keep track of what's going on with the docket.
Okay. October 14th at 10:40.
That's for Mr. Buds and Mr. Hubbard?
Correct. And
Yes,
that's with,
very
yes,
well.
with Judge Martin.
All right, and Mr. Mudd, can you hear me? Or, excuse me, Mr. Hubbard, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put you on a personal bond. Raise your right
Thank you, Your
hand. Do
Honor.
you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you don't show up for your motion date on October 14th?
Yes.
Mr. Budd, anything else today?
Yes, we have one other matter that doesn't directly relate to these matters, but seeing as we're all gathered here today, the Township
Go
of
ahead.
Huron had filed 11 or 12 civil infractions regarding similar matters. The prosecutor dismissed 6 of them, and I am curious why the other 5 or 6 have not been dismissed. I raised a motion to dismiss on the basis of a procedural matter involving their civil infraction ordinance. Perhaps the prosecutor can tell me why those other 5 or 6 have not been dismissed.
I dismissed all of them.
I have not received any documentation to that effect. Do you know why?
I do not. I sent it to the court maybe a month ago.
All right.
Dennis, why don't you contact Andy or Marlisa and have them check the dockets,
All right. Angie, you said?
if you would.
All right, very well. I'll do
Marlisa or
so.
Andy.
All right. Thank you very
All right.
much. I'll file the motion in a timely manner for the
Wonderful.
October 14th with Judge Martin.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey, you too. Nice talking with you again.
Middlebrook, what are you scheduled for? I don't find you on my docket.
Judge, it's a 8:50 and her attorney is on screen.
Well, that
Oh,
worked
sorry,
out
Judge. I
well.
didn't realize that early. I thought it was 8:30.
No, that's all right. Early's better than late. Counsel, you're appearing for Ms. Middlebrook.
If it may please this honorable court, Jeff Buhner appearing on behalf of Bree Middlebrook.
All right, let me find those files. Oh, that's why I'm looking under the M's and it's in the K's. All right. All right, counsel, prosecution has put in a plea offer in the file. If your client pleads guilty to pleads responsible to the added civil infraction of double parking, the misdemeanor would be dismissed. Fines and costs would be $300.
Your Honor, I have not spoken with my client, but I'm confident that she would be pleased with that result. So
Ms. Middlebrook, that work for you?
Yes,
Okay, can you pay that $300 within 30 days, ma'am?
yes,
All right, we can take care of it all that way then.
thank you very much, Your Honor.
Misdemeanors dismissed. You two enjoy your day.
You too, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Vineyard, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Jadal, I think she's yours.
That is correct, Judge. I just wanted to verify that today was the final pre-trial and whether the prosecution was ready to proceed.
I was
Think we
hoping
need
to
to look at briefly.
talk to you real quick.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just need to speak with the prosecutor briefly.
Sure. Mary Ann, can you put these two attorney people in a breakout together?
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jadala, are we ready on Venier?
I need to speak with Ms. Finner briefly, Your Honor.
All right, breakout room for Mr. Jadala and his client, Mary Ann.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Ryan's office.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you have your client with you, or are we waiting for Greenberg to join us?
No, he's here. I'm in my conference room and he's sitting right across the table from me.
Good morning. I've got a plea offer in the file made by the prosecutor for Huron Township. If Mr. Greenberg pleads to operating while visibly impaired controlled substance, the original charge would be dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Foley and I discussed this yesterday, and my client is not willing to do that.
All right, so we got a motion you want to file, or we're going to set it for trial? What do you want to do?
Your Honor, I have a couple of motions that I want to file, and the reason that they haven't been filed yet, Your Honor, is I have had severe health problems over the last couple of years, and for instance, this is my first day back in the office
Welcome back.
in 10 days. Thank you, Your Honor. It's good to be back.
So I'm looking at some October dates.
Your Honor, I would request more time because I'm going to be not only filing motions, but I'd seek the court's permission to take some debate essay depositions of medical doctors.
I have no objection if you want to take some depths.
Your Honor,
Ms. Foley Carter, any objections?
I might be able to resolve the case if I could just have a breakout room with Mr. Ryan.
Sure.
Have what?
Breakout room, so you two can have some private conversation.
Certainly.
Mary Ann will put you in a breakout room, people.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Breakout room 3.
Whichever one you want to use.
Mr. Ryan, can you join breakout room 3, please?
Yes, my secretary is here. Join breakout room 3.
Mary Ann, I can't walk you through it, but I know there's a way where you can just stick people in a breakout room too.
Yep. Judge, Mr. Patterson is on screen and he's at 8:50.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Patterson.
Good morning, sir.
I have a file from May 5, 2021. Oh, you've got an attorney, Mr. Camilleri, joining us today?
Yes.
All right, haven't seen him yet, so we'll keep you right where you're at and watch for him to come in.
Okay. Is it okay if I turn my phone sideways?
Yeah, you're all right.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess that Mr. Greenberg doesn't know how to get out of the breakout room.
I'll force him out.
I think he wanted to talk to his client real quick.
Okay. Landon Mate.
Oops, wrong one.
Landon Mate, are you connected?
Yes.
What are you scheduled for and what time? And they went away. Mr. Greenberg, are you ready? Or Mr. Ryan, are you ready on Mr. Greenberg? You're muted, counsel. I don't think he likes Zoom. Mr. Jadala, how about you? Are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
And what are we doing with your client?
Order
Your Honor,
breakfast.
remember, at that time she's going to be clean from 1 count of careless driving, Your Honor.
All right. Miss Venier, am I saying it right? Venier?
Venier.
All right. Is that true? You're pleading responsible to careless driving?
Yes.
All right. I will accept your plea to that charge. I will dismiss the original charge. Address on Dubois is correct address?
Yes, sir.
And phone number 795-5663?
No, sir.
New one?
Yes, 734-363-2951.
Thank you. Fines and costs on this file are going to be $200. Can you pay that within 30 days?
No, sir.
You want to do monthly
I
payments?
live off of, I live off of Social Security. I get $1,000 a month to live off of.
All right. So you want to set up monthly payments?
Yes, sir.
How much can you pay every month?
Like $25.
I won't do 25. I'll do 50 every 2 months if that helps you. Does that
Yeah.
work? And when can
Yeah.
you make your first payment?
Like next month on the 3rd.
All right, so.
Or the 4th.
how about
The
October
4th, I'm
8th?
sorry. Okay.
October 8th to start?
Yeah, so I would pay October and then in 2 months pay it again.
Yeah, so $50 every 2 months.
Okay, and what was the total amount?
Total is $200.
The prosecutor is back in the room.
Okay, and then I have one more
they hear me?
question about this.
I'm sorry, ma'am, go ahead.
Am I still, back at the very beginning of this, I had originally rescheduled the very first court date because my daughter was gone on her honeymoon and I had all my grandkids and everything. And somehow things got mixed up and my driver's license got canceled and my the warrant was put out, but the Judge Green erased the warrant, but I never got a letter from the Secretary of State stating that my license was reinstated. Because this entire time I've only ever had a paper license that they gave me because they confiscated my driver's license.
All right, so I'm not sure what you're asking me because I don't have anything to do with the letters that come from Secretary of State to you.
Mr. Fernier,
So I'm not
because
sure what you're.
you've handled this case now, you need to contact the Secretary of State. And I believe the procedure now will be different because you're no longer being charged with a misdemeanor. It's a civil infraction. So you need to contact the Secretary of State and they should unsuspend your license unless you have a reinstatement fee you need to pay.
And it looks to me like the reinstatement or the clearance fee was set aside on our end. So I don't think there's a $45 clearance fee due. Understood,
Okay, so
ma'am?
do I have to have paperwork to show them that, or?
No, the court will communicate with the Secretary of State about this charge. We send
Okay,
up paperwork so the
so how
Secretary of
long-
State knows what happened on our end. So contact
Okay, but
Secretary of
how long
State.
does that take?
It'll happen today. So you need to contact
Oh,
Secretary of
okay.
State, and if you have any questions, then reach out to Mr. Jadal, and he can probably direct you on how to get things straightened out.
Okay,
Good luck.
thank you.
All right, Mr. Ryan, I'm ready for you and Mr. Greenberg, if you can unmute.
Well, then unmute it. Your
There we
Honor,
go.
this is,
You're good. I got audio.
pardon me?
I've got audio. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we need to talk to, we went into a separate room and we talked to the prosecutor. We need to talk to her again.
Okay. Mary Ann, can you do a breakout, please?
Yes, breakout room 3. Judge, I'm bringing in Hugh Dark. He's your very first one at 8:30.
Yep. Thanks.
You're welcome. Sam, are you our guy today?
I am.
Thank you.
Mr. Jadala, the offer on this file is guilty to the misdemeanor no dog license, 12-month deferred or delayed under 771.1, and prosecution has asked for 30 days to find out whether or not there's a restitution claim by the victim of the dog bite.
Got it.
So if we can get Mr. Dark connected with audio, we'll let you talk to him in a breakout room.
Judge, the person you just let in, it's at 10:30.
I'm sorry, say again?
It's at 10:30, the Mr. Hiss. I don't know if your files are in alphabetical or
Alpha, yep,
time. Okay.
thanks. Is it his? Oh, he's not connected yet. Either is Mr. Dark. Did we lose Mr. Hisk? No, he's coming back.
Oh, he's there.
Brian Hisk or Hiskey, are you connected? I'm removing these people. Hopefully when they come back in, they can get their audio working. Tanya Cowger, are you connected?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have two files here from September 23. I've got allow person to drive in violation of vehicle code, and from March 24, I've got violation of parental responsibility. Ms. Foley Carter, I've got a plea agreement that refers to one file, but nothing on the allow person to drive. Oh, that's a money issue. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so on the May 23-19 charge, ma'am, it looks like you just owe $54 to close that one out.
I actually made that payment online for case 192222.
When did you make the payment, ma'am?
A couple of weeks ago. That's when I rescheduled this hearing,
Okay.
actually.
All right. And it looks like you were ordered to do 40 hours community service and didn't. Why not?
Oh, I did, sir, Your Honor. Sorry.
Did you document that to the court? Because we don't see
Yeah.
anything.
I have it with me, and I submitted it through the other contact option
Okay.
on your website.
I don't know what that is.
The clerk or woman who's I spoke with a couple weeks ago, she said that I could upload the document that way where you would show proof of insurance or licenses and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So I did
Who'd you
that.
talk to?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure her name. She's rescheduled this hearing, actually.
Where'd you do your community service?
Victory Gym in Brownstown.
Victory Gym?
Yeah,
What is Victory Gym? That doesn't sound like a nonprofit charity.
it's a veterans gym. It's a nonprofit veterans gym.
Okay. So can you email that document?
Sure. Do you have an email address?
Do you know how to use the chat function?
I do not, but oh yeah, I could probably figure it out.
All
Sure.
right. Mary Ann, can you send this lady by chat an email address so she can submit that document?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, ma'am, the other file I've got is the parental responsibility charge.
Yes.
I'm assuming you have a child or more than one child in the Huron School District?
Yeah, they were actually remote last year from COVID.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, well, even remote, they have to show up and do what they're supposed to do every day. And according to the paperwork I've got, London missed 34 days, Cade missed 25 days, and that's what the ticket was issued for. So the offer from the prosecutors, if you plead guilty, we'll take this under delayed sentence for 9 months, as long as there's no new criminal conduct and no issues with the kids making it to school and doing what they've got to do, then this matter would be dismissed. You understand
Okay.
that?
Yes.
This charge is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. So understanding everything I've told you, did I give you enough information to make a decision today?
Yes. Mhm.
And are you prepared to make a decision without an attorney, or would you like to speak to an attorney?
No, I can make a decision without.
All right. What would you like to do? Excuse me. In this file, what would you like to do?
Just plead guilty.
All right. You understand how this works, right? No problems. If you're having problems, reach out to us. We might have some resources to help you out with the kids.
That's great information, actually.
I have to get a point.
All right. So what I'm going to do, ma'am, is I'm just going to leave you right where you're at. Actually, I'm going to put you back in my waiting room. All right. Whoever's talking, stop. Ms. Cowger, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. And when I get a chance to look at that document, then we'll talk about your community service on the other file.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, Marianne, could you put me back in breakout room with Mr. Dark? It threw us out pretty quickly.
Yes.
And Mr. Ryan, are we ready on Greenberg?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are we doing?
Your Honor, we're prepared to admit responsibility to careless driving.
All right, Mr. Greenberg, is that correct?
Yeah. Why don't you sit over here so they can see you? Don't trip over that wire. Put it over here.
All right, I will accept your plea of responsible to the added civil infraction and dismiss the misdemeanor charge. Fines a cost of $200. Can you pay that within 30 days?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Caitlin,
Yes, Your Honor.
that's 2 of those today, and I've done 2 files this morning that I've never done before. I've dismissed those types of misdemeanors, pled them down to civil infractions. We don't do that because reporting wise, we don't like to do it. In the future, we need to dismiss and rewrite a civil infraction.
Absolutely.
I know, I mean, it's tough because it's not like you've got an officer in your prosecutor's office like you used to in the old days.
Right.
But in the future, we got to figure out another way to do that.
Do you want me to have them reissue them just so the court has tickets?
You know what? Talk to Mariah about that after the docket.
Okay, I can do that.
Maybe that will work. I hadn't thought about that, but maybe that will work.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure.
Mr. Hisk or Hiskey, can you hear me? You're muted.
Is that better, Your Honor?
It is. How do you pronounce your name?
Hiskey, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hiskey, I've got a file from August 13, 21, misdemeanor charge of disobey police officer directing traffic flow. This carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand the charge, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
The prosecutor has made an offer on this file. If you plead guilty to this charge, it would be taken under a delayed sentence for 1 year. As long as you stay out of trouble with no new criminal offense, it would be dismissed at the end of that time period. You understand the offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you prepared to go forward today without benefit of an attorney, or would you like to speak to a court-appointed attorney? Mr. Hiskey?
I apologize. Yes, I am prepared to go forward without any.
All right, your audio's starting to get a little garbled. You said you're prepared to go forward without an attorney, correct?
Correct.
And what's your decision?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Not guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you want to set this matter for trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you understand the difference between a bench trial and a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
And which one would you like me to schedule? Did we lose you, Mr. Hiskey?
No, I am here, Your Honor. We can do bench trial, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hey, Mary Ann?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when Michelle brought these in, she just gave me pretrial dates.
Will the bench trial stay with you?
Yeah, I think that's how we're doing them.
Okay, let me look.
Mr. Hiskey, hang out. We're going to get you a new date. Mr. Jadala, are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
And tell me what we're doing.
Mr. Dark, Your Honor, and he will be taking the plea to no dog license under 12 months delayed, Your Honor. And he also understands that although they're requesting 30 days to ask for restitution, that's a separate matter that he can also continue to dispute at the appropriate time.
Thank you. Ms. Foley Carter, you're going to communicate with the victim to see if they're going to make a restitution request, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Dark, you understand this charge carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. You're muted.
I apologize. Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
And you understand your rights. You discussed those with Mr. Jadala?
Yes,
And you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today. Is that correct?
I am, sir.
On July 15, 2020, did you own a dog in Huron Township?
Yes, sir.
Was that dog licensed as required?
No, sir.
I will accept your plea. Mr. Jadala, anything I should consider before I sentence?
Nothing further, Judge.
Mr. Dark, anything you want me to consider before I sentence?
The dog bite was, my
I'm not
dog was
talking about
loose,
the dog
however. Oh,
I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
talking about the
No,
dog bite.
nothing. Okay,
All right. Your address on Craig is correct?
that's correct.
Your phone number 299-1096?
It is, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Foley Carter, what is the going rate for a dog license in Huron Township now?
It's in regards to, oh, I have no idea, Your Honor.
It's $10, Your Honor.
All right, fines and costs $350. Can you pay that within 30 days?
Oh, boy. I
If you
can
need a
try.
monthly If you need a monthly payment plan, we can set that up.
Please, could you please set that up for me?
How much per month?
$30?
I'm having trouble hearing you. You're very like an echo chamber. How much?
$30, please?
How about 40?
30 a month?
40?
Yes, sir.
40 a month, starting when?
Yeah. Started right away, I guess.
All right. I'll give you until the 17th, next Friday.
Thank you.
Oh, it looks like you're already on a payment plan with us.
Yeah, it's for, yeah, I am.
All right, what's that payment?
That one's $60 a month.
All right, why don't we just roll this into the same payment plan?
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
All right, just make one payment plan. It's just gonna be a little bit longer now.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mary Ann, we still working on a trial date?
Yes, Michelle's trying to find out, because
Thanks.
you don't have Sumter again this year, so she's trying to figure something out.
Well, Robert Young, our esteemed prosecutor from Sumter, is with us, so we can probably pick a date with him. Just look at my calendar.
Judge, may I suggest something quick? This is about a 5-minute trial. I can't believe we're even at this point. I mean, I thought the offer was very reasonable given the circumstances. So if you want to set it for hearing the next couple of weeks, that's fine with me. Get it over with.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I apologize, but I may have misheard the what he was offering.
His offer is you plead guilty. It's taken under delayed sentence for 12 months. As long as you stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. At the end of that time period, it would be dismissed. You'd have to pay some court costs.
What are the amounts on court costs?
Let me see if we got any late fees or penalties on the file. We don't. It'd be $400.
If as long as I can set that up on a monthly payment plan, yes, I'm willing to accept it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So you understand the possible penalty for the charge, Mr. Hiskey?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. So August 13, 21, were you driving in Sumter?
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened at that date that makes you think you're guilty of disobeying or refusing an order of a traffic officer?
I was in my car due to a power line across the opening of the park, and the officer said I couldn't leave, and I found a safer route to go and took so.
All right, so the officer told you not to leave the park and you left the park? Did I understand correctly?
Yes, I was leaving to go to work, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay. Mr. Young, you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'll accept the plea. Mr. Hiskey, how much can you pay every month?
Um, 50.
Starting when?
Next
So by the
and,
17th?
Tuesday.
All right, I'll give you until Friday. We'll always take it early.
Alrighty.
Any questions, Mr. Hiskey?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set. Hey, Mary Ann,
Yes,
would you try to send Kennebrew a chat and see if maybe you can give her some instructions on how she can connect her audio? This is the second time we brought her in and she can't connect.
yes.
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
we've had trouble probably the last 3 or 4 times with Ms. Kennebrew. I don't know what the issue is, but we've yet to be able to connect. I'm just letting you know for history purposes.
Thank you. Ms. Kennebrew, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Who's helping you out there?
The officer at the desk.
Oh, okay, good, good.
Well, how nice is that?
Very, because I didn't know what to do. I had to run and get him.
Which officer is that? I don't recognize the hand.
Hey, Judge.
Good morning, Joe.
Morning, Judge.
Oh,
All right, Ms. Kennebrew, I've got a couple files here
yes, sir.
from February 24. I've got a blight on property. That's February 2021. From October 28, 2020, I've got 2 charges of blight on property. Each one of these 3 files is a misdemeanor carrying a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs. Each charge is up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand the charges, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. The prosecutor has made an offer. If you plead guilty to one of those charges, 2 of those charges would be dismissed. And just so you know, I don't put people in jail for blight charges unless they just absolutely refuse to do what I tell them to do. I'm going to suspect you're not that person.
No, sir.
Okay. Do you understand the offer that's been made, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you prepared to go forward today without an attorney, or would you like to speak to a court-appointed attorney?
No, I just want to get this over.
All right. And what do you want to do today, ma'am?
Whatever you suggest.
Oh, I can't make a suggestion, ma'am. I can just tell you what your options are today.
Okay.
I can tell you this. If I accept a plea from you to 1 count of blight, I'm going to issue some fines and costs and give you a payment plan. I'm not putting you in jail.
Okay. Thank you. I like that.
Okay. And are you prepared to take the offer from the prosecutor then?
Yes, I am.
All right. So let's go with the oldest file, October 28, 2020. What was going on at your property in Sumter that makes you guilty of a blight issue? Did you have some rubbish on the property or something like that that hadn't been cleaned up?
Yeah, years ago, someone put some piles of, I don't know where they got it from, but my mother and I talked to this man, and he said that the next door neighbor told him that he owned the property and to put the stuff over there. And it's really pipes sticking out and it's different things. But also I moved from one place and had my son to build a place so I can store it in there. But they said without the house being there, that he have to stop. So he did stop, and that did make a lot of things. But then people start using the property as dumping yard. And it's a lot of stuff that was dumped on both properties. So, but I do have a son, and he has a mental problem that I've been trying to get him admitted, but they said that he have to do it himself. And now he's an alcoholic. This over the years. Now he's an alcoholic, and he's a blight. He like junk, and that's what's happened. And the bad thing about it is he buy cars, put them on the property, And
Right.
because it's two properties that I have, 43,900 and 477, where both are Ware Road.
I'm assuming these are vacant properties then.
Well, one is 477 has the house on it.
Okay. Is there anybody living in the house?
My son be there off and on, but I live in Romulus and he's
Right.
supposed to live with me, but
Right.
he's out of my control.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to make a suggestion.
Mhm.
Because you can't control the property when you're not there,
Right.
but you're legally responsible for it because you're the owner.
Yes, and see, I want to move in that house, but it needs fixing up.
Right. Right. So my suggestion would be you quit owning it so you're no longer responsible for it. Either sell the properties, give them to your son, somehow, because you're going to continue to be responsible for what people are doing on the property.
Yeah. When I move, well,
All right.
I
All right. So
need to leave from where I am because I'm in a mobile home unit and I have a
Right,
14-year-old and I had a 17, but she's 18, grown and gone. But the 14-year-old gets in trouble and now they're telling me that I'd have to leave unless I have him, he can't live there. And if I let him live there, I have to move. So I want to move into that house.
Sure.
And then I'll be there and down the street from Ware Road. Yes, yes.
Right, right. All right. Well, good luck. I'm going to accept your plea on one charge. I'm going to dismiss the other two charges. Your fines and costs are $300. You tell me how much you can pay every month and when you can start.
Can I, what's the least I can pay?
We like to get at least $40 to process at a time. So can you do 40 a month?
Yes, sir.
And can you start that on or before next Friday?
Yes.
All right, that'll take care of it then.
Let me
get your phone number.
May I?
Hold on just a minute, Mr. Young. Miss Kennebrew, can you give me a phone number for you?
Yes, sir. 734-334-7410. I'll have that phone again today. Someone stole that phone, but I'll get one today. And it'll have that same number.
Mr. Young.
Your Honor, just some background. You'll recall, this is the same property where Mr. Bradford owned it originally. And we spent $5,000 cleaning it up, if you recall. What Mr. Bradford did is he transferred the property to his mother, who's a nice lady, and to avoid and putting us in a position where moving forward for enforcement, both as to blight and also as to a dangerous building. This building is uninhabitable. I can give you a whole lot of reasons why. We've stickered the property and said that this cannot be inhabited. It's a dangerous building. Nobody can go into that. We've given Mr. Bradford a million opportunities to fix, cooperate, and work with this on this case, but she's right. He has issues. He's been in and out of jail and out of prison. In fact, we have a case with him today. Three cases. One is blight, one's operating while intoxicated, and the other one is driving while license suspended. I got $50 to a nickel that says he won't show up today because he hasn't. And then he comes back in, we reschedule and he doesn't come back. So this is a big problem in the township. The neighbors have been screaming at us. I hate to pick on Miss Kennebrew. I don't feel like that's what we're doing. We've tried everything we can. We've offered to get her help and have people come out with a company, Republic, to come out with a dumpster and remove the garbage on the property. I've asked Ms. Kennebrew if she's not going to fix the building up, just tell me that she'll consent to it being demolished. We'll do that. But we are going to have to take some enforcement action because it's just an eyesore, complaints from the neighborhood, and it just has to be resolved. So what you got today was a small bit of it.
Thank you.
And I'm just letting you know. So I guess what I'm saying is I'd like to see something where she's given some direction to clean this up. I know she can't do it, but she can work with us.
Well, unfortunately, I've already sentenced her. So let's do this. If new charges have to be issued by the township, then we'll make cleanup a condition of whatever sentence might end up. Ma'am, you need to sell the properties. That's what I'm hearing.
Wow, see, that's the bad part, because
Yeah.
by selling it, I won't have anywhere to live. But
Well, you can't live there though. The township,
I know,
the
but
township
see,
says you can't live there.
it can be
So at least
fixed
if you
up.
sell,
But see,
well,
that's the thing about it.
I don't know what the lots are worth, but you might want to talk to a realtor because you might be better off by selling those properties and taking that money and buy someplace you can move into now, instead of where are you going to go if they move you out of the trailer park? Where are you going to move while all these house repairs have to be made?
Well, right now, I've sent my nephew somewhere else, and it's okay long as he's not there. And I can stay there until I can get on my feet enough to where this can
All right,
happen.
but you understand what I'm hearing from
Yes.
Mr. Young is the problem still exists and the township's going to have to do something to enforce their ordinances. So today's action doesn't stop the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know that.
All right. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Patterson, you might want to call your attorney because I have not seen him in the waiting room.
Okay, I'll call him right now.
Good luck.
Judge Marlisa said she has not received anything from Ms. Calvary as of right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's because when I was in the waiting room, I was unable to access the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I just couldn't. So if someone could email that to me, that would, or send it over once more, that would be great.
We can send you the email address.
Thank you.
Let me know when you've got it. Good morning, Ms. Belcher.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Good. What do you got today?
I have Alberto Ramirez. It was a carryover case. It's with Mr. Young. We had to reschedule it because we needed an interpreter. So we're just waiting for an interpreter this morning.
All right.
Let me tell you, my problem with this case this morning, if I may, Your Honor.
Sure.
Texting right now. I have a Stubbs here.
Toth is out on medical reasons, and Peter Gregory was unable to attend for medical reasons also. So I'm without police or ordinance.
Whoever's
officer.
speaking on my meeting, stop. Go ahead, Mr. Young, sorry.
So I'm just saying,
Hello, ma'am.
my
Are you there now?
subject-
So I'm here to get you arranged today. You are.
I got everybody in my meeting muted. I don't know where that voice is coming from. All right, go ahead, Mr. Young. You got
I'm just
problems.
saying-
Your officers aren't available.
Yeah, both of them.
All right. Is set for a pretrial today?
Yeah, and Ms. Belcher's correct. It requires an interpreter, but maybe that didn't get handled. I don't know. Do you know,
Well, we certainly don't have one yet.
Leanna?
I
Okay.
know that the court at the last pretrial one wasn't ordered. And then when we rescheduled for today's date, the clerk confirmed that one was requested. So I would imagine that the request was put through. I think it's a case that we can try to resolve. It's just there's a language barrier with my client and I. Mr. Young and I and my client, we went out to the property. Everybody has a very clear understanding of what we're dealing with. I just need to be able to have a meaningful conversation in the breakout room with my client and hope that we can move towards a resolution.
Why don't we do this? Because obviously we can't have a real good pretrial today with no officers involved. So let's adjourn this. Ms. Belcher, reach out to Mariah or Andy and see if we can put you in touch with one of those phone interpreters today so you can have a meaningful conversation with your client.
Okay.
All right. And I'm looking at October 14th adjourn date.
Let me check my calendar. That is good. I already have some carryover pre-trials in your court.
All right, let's do it at 9:20. And I'm going to have Mr. Young occupied for a while. So if we're lucky enough, we can hook you up with an interpreter on the phone. You can have a conversation with your client. Then maybe we can get you back to talk to Mr. Young if that's necessary.
Okay, and I have Mr. Young's cell phone number, so I can always get a hold of him.
Okay. All right. Good luck. I think Andy and/or Mariah can probably help you set that up.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Yep. I'm going to let Mr. Ramirez out of the meeting then.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Camilleri.
Hey, good morning. It helps when you're in the right courthouse.
Always does.
I was in front of Judge Hammer, well, in his waiting room.
All right. Well, we've got everybody we need now. Got Mr. Patterson, got you, the prosecutor's with us. The prosecutor made an offer
of
impaired driving. If I accept the plea to impaired driving, the original charge would be dismissed.
That's what I told my client we were going to head for. Thank you, Judge.
All right. All right. So, Mr. Patterson, you understand the possible penalty for the added charge of impaired driving?
I do.
And you've discussed your rights with your attorney, correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand those rights and the options they present to you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Understanding all of that, how do you wish to plead to the added charge today, sir?
Guilty, sir.
All right. May 5, 2021, were you driving a vehicle in Huron Township?
Yes.
Prior to driving that vehicle, did you consume some alcohol?
Yes.
And Mr. Camilleri, would you stipulate to a blood or breath test result?
Yes.
In excess of 0.08?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Are you two attorneys satisfied with the factual basis?
Defense counsel is.
That's good, Your Honor.
Thank you both. All right. Mr. Patterson, I've accepted your plea to the added charge. I find myself looking at you sideways. I'll dismiss the original charge. No, you're all right. You're all right. I'll dismiss the original charge.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I'm going to get some information from you. I'm going to put you on a personal bond, and I'm going to refer your file to the probation department, so they'll reach out to you and schedule a pre-sentence investigation interview. They'll do that by Zoom. They'll also contact you, Mr. Camilleri, about a sentencing date. So, Mr. Patterson, I've got your address on Middlebelt, correct?
Yep.
Phone number?
734-644-1197.
Email?
JacobPatterson5@yahoo.com.
First name, last name, 5@gmail.
Yes. All right, yahoo.com.
Yahoo, I'm sorry. All right, so your bond, your personal bond, couple of conditions. Number one, you stay out of trouble. Number two, you cooperate with Mr. Camilleri and the probation department so we can get you sentenced on that scheduled date. Number three, I need you to go to the Huron Township Police Department. Can you do that within 24 hours to get your fingerprints taken?
I can.
And the other option, the other condition is do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substances unless you've got a doctor's script.
Okay.
You got all that?
Yep.
All right, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess that up?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Mr. Camilleri, we all set?
All set. No questions, Judge.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
You too, Your Honor.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you. Jason Van Dyne, are you connected?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you also.
All right. I've got files here, or a file. Let me find it. I had it somewhere. There we go. All right. I've got two files. Excuse me, one file with your name on it. Drove while license suspended, revoked or denied. from November 8, 2020. That is a misdemeanor charge. It carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The prosecutor is not offering anything today, so your options are A, plead guilty to the charge, B, set this case for trial, or C, I can let you talk to a court-appointed attorney if you think that'll help you make a decision.
Well, I really don't want to talk to a court-appointed attorney. I can just talk to the prosecutor myself.
I'm sure she'd be willing to have a breakout conversation with you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, we'll put you in a meeting room with her. Ms. Cowger, did you get the email address?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room while I wait for somebody to bring me that printout.
Thank you.
Adina Medley, are you connected? Adina Medley. Good morning, Mr. McNally.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You got a couple of them. Do you have any of your clients with you?
I have Mr. Miller with me. And Miss
And are you ready on that?
Miss Marr was appearing via Zoom.
All right, so I got Mr. Miller's file in front of me. I do not see Miss Marr. Oh, she's in the waiting room now. Okay, so let's take care of Mr. Miller while we got the file in front of us. The prosecutor has made a plea offer. I don't know if you've discussed that or not, but the paperwork on the file says visibly. Paperwork says the plea is impaired driving. The original charge would be dismissed.
We're on the record, Your Honor.
We are.
All right. Good morning, Your Honor. John McNally on behalf of the defendant, Randall Miller, who's to my left.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Your Honor, we have discussed the offer of the prosecution. I did discuss the matter with the prosecuting attorney. I did inform her a couple of days ago. My client would like me to file a motion to suppress the blood test results, and we're asking for a date. I apologize, Your Honor. We would have brought this at the time of the other motion, and not to delay this matter any further. There's really no benefit to Mr. Miller to delay it, but we would have asked that we get another date for our evidentiary hearing and proceed in that fashion.
You've got a vacation coming up. There was a block of time?
Yes, Your Honor. It's primarily, it's a little fluid, but it's Monday, the 27th of September through about October 15. So after October 18, okay. And I, of course, would need a little bit of time
right,
to prepare it
right,
and get it.
Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Just be purely selfish. It's going to be easier on me. Heather's not in this week. She's on vacation. Contact Heather next week and get a date with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you don't mind.
Yes.
And I'm just going to continue bond and make a note in my file that there's a motion date to be determined.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Miller, any questions?
No.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And it looks like Ms. Marr has joined us. Ms. Marr, you can go ahead and unmute.
Hello.
All right. Good morning. And Mr. McNally, your appearance for Ms. Marr, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John McNally on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Marr. We have had an opportunity to discuss the case with the prosecuting attorney. There was two A and Bs or disorderlies arising out of the same incident with Ms. Marr and another individual, and I believe that Ms. Foley is going to move to dismiss or nolly pros both matters, Your Honor, and we would have no objection to Ms. Foley's motion, and we concur in the motion to dismiss the matter against Ms. Marr.
Thank you. Ms. Foley Carter?
That is correct, Your Honor. We're dismissing.
All right. Is the other file scheduled for today as well?
It is not. I sent over the dismissal tomorrow.
Okay. I just thought I'd take care of both of them right now. So Ms. Marr's file will be dismissed. That's case number 20HR05227. All agreed?
Yes, Your Honor. Just for the record's sake, I did give Ms. Foley my permission to sign my name to the stipulation on her motion. Also, Your Honor, I want to make certain that this would be removed from any lien, any arrest card, any fingerprints would be destroyed. And I would ask Ms. Foley Carter stipulate like a formal motion. I could prepare that and have Ms. Foley Carter review that and possibly concur with that motion.
That's fine.
I'll look for that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Ms. Marr, do you have any
Have a great trip, counsel.
Ms. Marr, do you have any questions of myself or the court?
No, I just want to make sure that my record's clean.
Very good.
Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. McNally, I expect to have a long conversation after that trip.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Look
Have a
forward
good
to
day.
it.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Mr. Van Dyne.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I had an opportunity
All
to
right.
talk to Mr. Van Dyne. The last time we adjourned for him to get some clearances, he did that, so we're moving to amend the driver license suspended to allowed unlicensed driver to drive.
Awesome. Mr. Van Dyne, you understand that charge carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 90 days in jail.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand your rights. We already talked about that. Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to the added charge, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you drive a vehicle in Sumter on November 8, or excuse me, in Huron Township on November 8, 2020?
Yes, Your Honor.
At that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll accept your plea to the added charge, dismiss the original charge. We're showing your address on LeBeau.
Yes, that's correct.
Phone number 789-0363.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything you want me to consider, sir, before I sentence you?
Just that it was somebody else's car I was driving, and I didn't realize my license was suspended at the time.
I'm showing you're still suspended as of August 31, at least. That might be old news.
Like I explained to the prosecutor, I went to the court yesterday to resolve my ticket, and I haven't had a chance to go down to the Secretary of State yet and get my license reinstated.
Right. But you've cleared up all your court stuff?
Yes, yes.
You're pretty close then. Okay, good. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, that's it.
All right. Mr. Van Dyne, your fines and costs, including misdemeanor tax in the state of Michigan of $50 and $75 victims fund fee. The total is $600. I can give you 30 days to pay that, or I can set you up with a formal monthly payment plan, whatever works best.
Well, I need that on a payment plan.
Tell me how much you can pay every month, sir.
About $50.
That's fine. When can you start?
Probably the beginning of next month here. I've had some health issues, so I just got back to work, so.
Yeah, how about if we start with October 8th? Anytime on or before that date is fine with us.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Cowger, are you still with us? No, she's still in the waiting room. Bring her out. I got her, Marianne. Ms. Cowger,
Yes.
I've got the paperwork from Victor Jim. Your community service is approved and okay.
Thank you very much.
And you said you already paid the $53, so we should be good.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Have a
nice
good day.
Good morning, Miss Medley.
Good morning.
Miss Medley, I've got 3 files in front of me. I've got a misdemeanor, drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied from February 27, 21. Carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. And then from that date, I've got 2 civil infractions, no proof of insurance, and disobeyed stop sign. Those 2 files are in default with money due. $330 on the stop sign, $378 on the no proof of insurance. You understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor, can I say something real fast?
Sure.
Okay, first of all, I tried to appear in court on the last court date. All this stuff got mixed up. I don't know, I'm here again waiting on my lawyer. I'm the one
I'm
that.
sorry, say that again. Hold on, you said something about a lawyer.
I'm waiting on my lawyer to appear.
Oh, that's fine. We can wait.
And
we're not going to wait too long, though. What time are you scheduled?
9 o'clock in the morning, sir.
No, you were scheduled at 8:50, so that makes your attorney 50 minutes late. So get your attorney on the phone, get him on my Zoom meeting.
I'm sorry, I will work on that.
All right, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. Find Mr. Tank.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, I bring in someone that her name is Norma, and I believe it's Taylor Bishop.
Okay.
She's gone.
Yeah, let's find out who these other people are. Norma, are you connected?
Finally, yes, I am, sir.
What's your full name, ma'am?
Norma Lee Taylor Bishop. It's hyphenated.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
I've got you. You're scheduled at 10:10. So,
Oh,
ma'am, I've
really?
got a file from April 28, 21, a misdemeanor charge of blight on property. As a misdemeanor, it carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
I do now.
The prosecutor is not making an offer on the file today, so your options are you can plead guilty to this charge, you can set this charge for trial, or I could let you talk to the court-appointed attorney if you think that would help you make a decision.
I guess the court appointed attorney because.
Okay. You don't have to justify it. I'll let you talk to an attorney.
Okay,
Mr.
sir.
Jadala? Mr. Jadala, are you muted?
Yes, he is.
He went into the breakout room, Judge. I'll bring him back out.
No, that's all right. You put him in with her?
Yes.
That's all right. Go ahead, put them in.
Norma, can you join breakout room 1, please?
Okay, thank you.
Amanda Lee, you are muted. Amanda Lee, you are muted and driving down the road. Goodbye. Kay Scott can't connect, whoever that is. Boy, this docket's flowing just like molasses.
Judge, while we have a break in the action here, I do notice at 9:20, we had 7 cases with Devon Beach that Mr. Nunley was on.
Correct.
I don't know if we've heard from Mr. Nunley or Mr. Beach. Is this still going today, or?
I've got it on my docket, and it's highly unusual not to hear from Mr. Nunley when he's scheduled. Hey, Mary Ann, could you reach out to Royce and ask him what's going on with the beach matters?
Yes.
Thank you. Kay Scott, are you there?
Yes, hold on. I can't say nothing.
You're gonna go.
Kay Scott.
How am I supposed to say something?
If your name is Kay Scott, answer me.
What do you answer? Where's your mic? Mike, that's my. It should be a. Where's your mic? You got a mic? Mic? No, they're not set up. That's it could be a.
One more time, Kay Scott.
Your Honor, I'm being told by Sumter that Kay Scott is the ordinance officer, Kevin Scott. So
Then he should have figured out Zoom before this morning.
well, I understand, but I'm just trying to get away from the molasses flow here. And so I don't know if he was watching this or not, but he's not obviously a party to this. I don't have anything named Kay Scott on the docket either.
I don't either.
So that one is, we can move on, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's not somebody you need to take care of your business.
Mr. Nunley is signing on in a second.
Thank you. All right, Mary Ann, his second is up. Mr. Jadala, do you need to speak to Mr. Young on the Taylor Bishop matter?
Yeah, at this time, we're just gonna ask for a pretrial. I don't know if the court would like to proceed that way.
Well, today is a pretrial.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Adjourn
I didn't
pretrial?
realize that I thought it was an arraignment / pretrial. We were just gonna ask for a pretrial, but I'll talk to Mr. Young.
Okay. Mr. Young, we're gonna put you in a breakout with Mr. Jadala.
All right.
Good morning, Mr. Nunley.
Do I stay on the line?
You stay right where you're at, Miss Taylor Bishop.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna mute you. Good morning, Royce.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
Excellent. Any contact with Beach since last time?
So he was arraigned on something else. He was actually down in Wayne County, and I popped in last minute because somebody called me and asked me to get on. I've tried to contact him since then, sent him emails, everything, and nothing. He hasn't gotten back to me.
Yeah, looks like that case is probably the arraignment the arraignment PCC I've got scheduled for the 11th.
It could be. I don't even know. I didn't even know.
No. Nope, I'm misreading that. That was scheduled for September 1. Yeah, that was a Wednesday. Okay.
Did he show up for that one?
I don't know.
Well, I've got his number right.
I just got all the misdemeanor stuff.
I've got his number right in front of me. If, with your permission, I'm going to mute and try one last time to call him and see if he'll answer.
Yeah, please. I'd rather not issue bench warrants.
Judge, I'm gonna bring in this person that just has a phone number, see who it is.
Please.
Hello,
Hi, what is your name, please?
Carl Rydell.
Thank you.
Man, could you put me
Mr.
in this-
Lydell, what are you scheduled for?
Can you speak a little bit clearer? I'm not hearing you real clearly.
What time were you scheduled?
10 o'clock.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Rydell, I've got a file with your name on it from July 22, 21. Misdemeanor charge of dog at large. This charge carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. The prosecutors made an offer. If you plead guilty to that charge, it would be taken under a delayed sentence for 3 months. During that 3 months, you stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses, and you pay court costs. If you do everything you're supposed to do, then this is dismissed at that time. It does not stay on your record as a permanent conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Are you prepared today to go forward without benefit of a court-appointed attorney, or would you like to speak to an attorney?
Well, I was under understanding that I could call in early to the meeting and talk to an attorney, and I tried to call in, but I just got the recording. But I think I understand the situation about the prosecutor's offer, and I think under the situation, it's basically a no contest situation for me. I just better go ahead and take that deal.
So that's a yes, you're prepared to go forward without an attorney, correct?
Can you hear me, Judge? Never mind, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, and the prosecutor's offer was you're going to plead guilty to the charge. Is that your decision?
Yes, I guess I'm going to do that.
Okay, on September 22nd, 2021, did you have a dog in Sumter that was at large?
Well, it was a 6-pound puppy on my neighbor's lawn, and she has a picture of it. So I guess there's no contest. So I guess I'll have to plead guilty of that.
Okay, I would agree that a 6-pound puppy is a dog, and your neighbor's lawn would be at large. So I will accept the plea. We've got your address on Sherwood Road, address 2000 or 20,000, correct?
Correct.
Phone number 262-5986.
Correct.
All right, I will accept your plea. Is there anything you want me to consider before I set the terms of your sentence?
Can you re-explain about what happens in the meantime, if something goes wrong?
Yeah, you just stay out of trouble. Don't go start robbing banks or go on some kind of crime spree, and no further problems, and you pay the court costs I assess.
And pay court costs. And how much are those?
$300. And if you need a payment plan, I'll give you a payment plan.
Okay, now, am I going to receive something in the mail that I can reference?
Because you can't remember you owe me $300?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just send a check into the 34th District Court? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
That's one of many options, absolutely. Yep, you can do it in person, you can mail it to us, you can do it online if you don't mind paying extra fees. Lots of options.
But I won't receive anything in the mail to attach that check to.
No.
Okay, so I just send a check to the 34th District Court, $300, and say court costs.
With your name on it, yes, sir.
With my name on it.
Yep.
And I do that like within the next week or so?
I'll give you 30 days if you need it.
Okay.
And then,
so in the meantime,
money, all you need to do is stay out of trouble.
Okay, so in the meantime, I'm kind of like on probation, but if something goes wrong that's out of my control, then I'm in serious trouble.
Well, if something goes wrong, I'll decide whether or not it was within your control. If I think it was within your control, then yes, that would violate the terms of this agreement.
Okay,
If
well, I'm
I
going to
agree
do
with you
it.
that it was something that was not in your control, then I'm not going to violate the terms of the agreement.
Yes, okay. Well, I've been doing everything I can to not allow the dog to leave my property.
Okay.
And it has not happened, and it will not happen. But if it does accidentally happen, it's not something that I wanted. But it's a very benign situation, and I'm just surprised that it's been exploited as much as it has. But it is what it is, and I've accepted the deal, and hopefully everything will be all right in the long run.
All right.
And I'll send the check in. I'll send the check in for $300. Okay. Can I leave? Can I leave the court now?
I'm going to kick you out of the meeting so you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning, Mr. Day. You're muted, counselor.
There we go. I'm not Tom DePietro, despite what the screen says.
No, I knew that. You're calling in for Mr. Loeffler, who is trying to connect right now.
Yes.
All right. I've got two files from June 2nd, 2019.
That's correct. Well, actually, that's one question I wanted to, the original citation that was issued on 6/2 was dismissed in August of 19 and then reissued, but the reissue date had the wrong date and it was supposed to be reissued. I don't know that it ever was.
That I can't tell you. Mr. Loeffler, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I got a ticket in the file, Mr. Day, with a date of August 29, 19. So I'm
Correct.
assuming that's the reissue?
That was the reissue, but it was reissued citing the wrong date for the offense. And we had a hearing on that back about 10 months ago, and the court ordered that it was supposed to either be reissued or be dismissed.
Okay.
And I don't believe it was ever reissued. I know you don't. This has a long procedural history.
Okay. Well, maybe Mr. Young can help me out.
I I don't have any recollection of this. John, which ticket was it that you're talking about? The ORV?
Both of them, yeah. What happened with this thing, Rob, when we were in court back a year ago?
Hold on, let me stop.
20 November.
Let me stop you. Hold on, let me stop you. Why don't I put you two in a breakout room and maybe you can come to terms on where we're at procedurally?
Okay.
And then when you come back and talk to me, I can act like I know what I'm doing, because right now I don't have.
That's fine.
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mary Ann's gonna put you two in a breakout room. Mr. Leffler's gonna hang out and wait for us. Mr. Jadala, what do we got?
Your Honor, we're here. We're ready on Ms. Bishop, Your Honor.
And what's your pleasure?
Your Honor, the prosecution has no objection to an adjourned pretrial, so Ms. Bishop can meet with the inspector and show the progress that she's made and come to an agreement on how much more progress she can make between now and the next court date.
All right, our next contact or next court date with Sumter is the 14th of October.
Okay.
Let's set this at 9:20. Ms. Taylor Bishop, you understand that?
I believe I do. Let me reiterate what I think is going on.
Sure, go ahead.
I am supposed to meet with the inspector in Sumter Township and talk to him about the progress being made and everything, and then return to the Zoom court on October 14th at 9:20.
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
Okay,
And then I'll add one thing to that.
Okay.
You have Mr. Jadala's phone number?
No.
All right, we're gonna get you his phone number. If you have any questions or problems between now and October 14th, give counsel a call. He'll straighten it out.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Ma'am, are you ready for my
Counsel, you wanna
number?
pass
You have a
up?
pen?
Yes, I am.
313-790-7479.
Let me repeat.
Any
that.
other questions, ma'am?
No, not with you, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you again. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Mr. Nunley, any luck?
Actually, yes, he answered the phone. And he is in a felony pretrial with Washtenaw County right now. But currently, he said that he expected, as soon as he got out of there, he could jump over here. If the court would entertain, because I would suggest we strike while the iron's hot. If maybe we could just recall the case at say 11 a.m. or something, hopefully that will give him enough time.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Right now, I'm sitting on it. We'll just hold it to the end of the docket. And hopefully he zooms in.
Okay, I'll call him and tell him to call me as soon as he's ready, and then
Perfect.
Both. Okay, great.
Perfect.
Well, see you in a bit, Judge.
Yep,
Thanks.
I like that. We'll let you be the intermediary.
All
Great.
right. Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Amanda Lee, are you connected now?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. What time were you scheduled?
I was at 9:50.
9:50. 9:50. I just found you on the list.
Oh, good.
All right, so I've got a file here.
Okay.
Misdemeanor charge of expired license from June 23, 21.
I've gone
Drove
up,
license suspended. Go ahead.
I went up to the Secretary of State.
I'm having trouble hearing you, ma'am.
Okay. I got everything reinstated through the Secretary of State.
Right?
So I don't know.
You did.
If you just can give me a fine, maybe?
Well, if you let me finish my spiel, I'm going to tell you where you're at.
Okay.
Okay. The charge is punishable by up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. The prosecutor's made an offer. If you plead guilty to the added charge of allowing an unlicensed person to drive, then the drove while license expired charge would be dismissed.
Okay.
Same possible penalty, but the difference is the drove while license expired may result in an additional suspension from Secretary of State when this hits your record with Secretary of State, whereas the allow unlicensed driver will not.
Oh,
So same possible penalties, except the offer from the prosecutor is not going to result in new suspension. The original charge of drive while license expired very well could do that.
Oh, that's good, because I just got a job at FedEx.
Good luck. So you understand the offer from the prosecutor?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay, and did I give you enough information to make a decision?
Yes.
Are you prepared today to go forward without an attorney, or would you like to speak to a court-appointed attorney?
I don't think I need an estimate.
All right, and are you in fact taking the deal and pleading guilty to the added charge?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
So, did you drive a vehicle on June 23, 2021 in Sumter while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
All right, I'll accept your plea to the added charge and dismiss the original charge. We're showing your address on Ostrander,
Yeah, that's right.
780-6761, phone number.
That's it.
All right. Anything you want me to consider before I set the terms of sentence?
I don't see anything.
Okay. All right, it looks like you're currently on a payment plan. Payment's supposed to start September 13th.
That was for the speeding ticket.
I'm sorry, say that again?
That was for the speeding ticket?
Still didn't understand you.
I had a speeding ticket too.
Right. It's civil infraction, but that's supposed to start next week.
That sounds right, yes.
Okay, all right. So on today's file, fines and costs, this includes the misdemeanor tax to the state of Michigan, the state victims fund fee. Everything included is $500. We'll add that to the current payment plan, so you're not making two payments to us, you're just making them longer.
That sounds okay.
Okay, any questions?
No, thank you.
Good luck with that new job now.
Hey, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Good morning, Mr. Tank. Nobody can connect with audio today.
I'm connected with audio, Your Honor.
Who is this?
My name is Craig Tank, and I'm the counsel on behalf of Ms. Medley.
Yeah. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor.
So we've got Jay Johns. What's your full name?
Jennifer Johns, 15th District Court.
Okay, why are you in my Zoom?
I am here on behalf of Richard Lacombe. He's a current participant in our sobriety court program. I let him know I was
Awesome.
here this morning for support, and if you
Beautiful.
guys needed information about his participation.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining us.
For sure.
We're not quite ready for that file, but
No problem.
now we know who you are. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Tank, on Mrs. Medley's files, I've got a drove while license suspended and 2 civil infractions from February 27, 21. The civil infraction, stop sign violation, and no proof of insurance are in default. At this time, at least, prosecutor's not made any offer on the misdemeanor. What's your pleasure?
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to see if we might adjourn this for another pretrial conference so I can talk to the prosecutor and get the appropriate paperwork filed in the hopes of setting aside the defaults on the traffic matters.
Do you know why she was defaulted or when?
I am not certain of that, but I can say this. Both Ms. Medley and I appeared via Zoom to to your court, okay? And when we were there on the day that I think that they were supposed to be there, we were told that there was no matter pending before the court. And so as a consequence, we left. And then after leaving, I think that yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any problem setting aside the default right now.
Okay, I'd like you to set aside the default if you would, please.
Done. Let me put you in a breakout room with prosecutor and see if we can pre-try it today.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. All right, Mr. Day, what do you have? I lost you.
I'm putting them back in the main. Mr. Tank, can you go into breakout room 3, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Mr. Lacombe, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've got a file from November 4, 2016. The charges drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied.
Yes.
At this time, the prosecutor has not made any offer. The charge carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. The prosecutor's with us on Zoom. So why don't you tell me what's been going on in the sobriety court program? Maybe that'll change Mr. Young's attitude about a plea.
I've just entered into sobriety court. This is going to be my second week.
Okay.
I'm in transitional housing. I just got out of jail doing about 90 days. And they got me blowing every day, every morning, calling correctional communities and attending AA every morning or every day. And shoot, I'm just getting ready to try to get a job right now.
Okay. So you're still suspended. What do you have to do to get your license back? You just owe tickets to courts? What's the deal?
I actually, when I was in jail, I ended up paying, I went to the court. Well, I had my brother come to the courtroom. I paid a fine of $460.
Which court?
I believe he went to Romulus, the 34th.
Okay.
Or the
Do you know
court
when
house.
that was?
I don't. It was probably about 3 weeks ago. I could look at my phone, but I don't.
Well, the reason I ask is because the driving record I'm looking at is from the 31st of August.
31st of August.
Right.
That may have been when he paid.
Okay. All right. All right. So the answer to my question is you're really not sure what you need to do to satisfy Secretary of State at this point.
No, I don't. No, I don't, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Young, would you be willing to adjourn this and see if he can see how well he can do in the sobriety court program that's new and maybe see where he's at with his clearances?
Yeah, if that's what he wants to do, that's fine. I mean,
I'd like to see if give him a chance to shine. Mr. Lacombe, I'm going to adjourn this until October 14th.
Okay.
Which is that's my next date with Mr. Young for Sumter Township. By that time, you're going to have a solid month under your belt doing well in the sobriety court. At that point, hopefully you'll be able to tell me exactly where you're at with your license.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Johns, that work for you guys?
Sure, I'll plan on being there that day, Your Honor, as well. Just so you know, we will be working towards getting, in sobriety court because his license is going to be revoked based on his drunk driving second offenses. We'll be working with him on getting a ignition interlock approved sobriety court license at some point in the future.
Beautiful.
But
all right, let's set this at 9:30. Let's set this at 9:30 on the 14th of October. I'll put you on a personal bond. Raise your right hand. Swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000. If you don't show up on Zoom.
I swear.
All right. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Sounds like you're on track. Keep it up. Thank you. All right. Mr. Tank, are we ready on Miss Medley's files? You're muted, counsel.
Your Honor, we've reached a resolution, but I'd like to speak with Ms. Medley about it. Is it acceptable if I call her? We're in different places because I just actually left an in-person court date. If I can call her, I can hop right back on Zoom, and so can she.
We can put you in a breakout room with her. That's all, no problem.
That'd be great.
Okay. Mr. Day, what do we got for you?
Well, my understanding today, Your Honor, was this is going to be set for a trial date. Rob says he believes it's set for pretrial. His officers aren't there. And at this point, I think we're still unable to resolve the issue.
All right. So we think a pretrial is going to do it, or you want me to just set it for trial?
I think just set it for trial, Your
Rob,
Honor.
what do you think? We're going to set it for a bench trial, Mr. Day?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, so no big deal if we work something out last minute if it's a bench.
Yeah.
Let's do this October 14th at 11 a.m. That work on everybody's schedule?
Yes, Your Honor.
So,
at 11?
Let's see. Yeah, so we'd have a formal hearing on the careless and a bench trial on the operator RV.
Correct.
Mr. Leffler, you got all that?
The 14th of October at what time?
11 o'clock.
Okay, now what exactly is it for?
We're going to have a bench trial unless there's some kind of a plea negotiation in the meantime. I'll take a plea if there's some kind of deal. If not, I'm going to earn my money and listen to what these attorneys got to tell me, and I'll make a decision.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day. Always a pleasure, Mr. Day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Rob, can you give me a call when you get done with this today?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Goldstein. You're muted, Mr.
Good morning, Your
Goldstein.
Honor. Good morning.
What's your file name?
Richard Lacombe.
I just did Richard Lacombe.
You did it? You did him already?
Mr. Lacombe did not even mention the fact that he had an attorney,
Okay.
nor is your name on any of my paperwork. So
I
we
just
just
found out
adjourned
about-
his file. We just adjourned his file till October 14th at 9:40 to give him a chance to get some good time in the sobriety court program and see what he can do as far as clearing up license problems.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, send us an appearance when you get a chance.
I will. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a great day.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
what happened to Mr. Nunley? And
Mr. Nunley got a hold of his client who's in a waiting room in Washtenaw on a felony matter, with the hopes that as soon as that's done, he's going to call Royce and they're going to both get back online and see if we can accomplish something.
All right.
Is that the only one that's left on your docket?
You know what? No, I think I got some more. I haven't really been keeping track, but I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Jess, what's your full name?
Jessica Prashant Ziat.
I'm sorry, last name?
Ziat, Z-A-I-A-T.
Yep.
Gosh.
Yep. You're scheduled at 10:20.
May I let the dog in another room so you don't hear the dog barking
Sure,
anymore?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Mr. Young, this one's yours. Nothing on the plea form about the civil infraction. So I'm assuming if she pleads to the misdemeanor, the civil infraction gets dismissed?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, ma'am, I've got two files from August 1, 2021. One is a civil infraction, no proof of insurance. The other one is a misdemeanor, operating with a blood alcohol content of 0.17 or more. That charge is up to $1,000, up to 1 year in jail. Do you understand that?
I understand that, sir.
I should say it's up to $1,000 fines plus court costs and then the jail time.
Understandable.
The offer from the prosecutor is if you plead guilty to the misdemeanor, the civil infraction would be dismissed. So at this point, you can plead guilty to the misdemeanor. We can set these for trial, or I can let you talk to the court appointed attorney if you think that'll help you make a decision on the file.
I don't know anything, so
We've got
it
an
was my
attorney-
own
we've got an
fault for
attorney-
yeah. I mean,
Hold
it's
on.
my own fault.
We've got an attorney in the waiting room ready to talk to you if you want to get the advice from an attorney.
Yes, please.
Okay. Mr. Jadala, did you hear the offer from Mr. Young?
I did dismiss the no proof and plead to the operating while intoxicated to high blood.
Correct. We're going to put you in a breakout room with the lady.
Breakout room 1.
Mr. Tank, we're ready for you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you have enough time? Did you have a chance to talk to Miss Medley?
I did. I've spoken with Ms. Medley. And
Okay. What do we got?
we've reached a resolution. They will amend the charge of the driving on the suspended license to a single count of no operator's license on person while operating the motor vehicle. And both the civil infractions would be dismissed. If you'd like to tender a plea.
So the original misdemeanor and both civil infractions would be dismissed, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And Ms. Medley, you understand the possible penalty for the added charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've obviously discussed your rights and options with counsel. You understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And understanding all of that, are you in fact pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today to the added charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
February 27, 21, did you drive a vehicle in Huron Township?
Yes, Your Honor.
And was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea to the added charge, dismiss all three of the original charges. Ma'am, I'm showing your address on 26 Mile, correct?
That's correct.
And phone number for you would be what?
586-256-1980.
256-1980?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ma'am, is there anything you or Mr. Tank want to tell me before I set the terms of sentence?
Your Honor, Ms. Medley works on a full-time basis. I think she works about 70 hours a week. As you can see, she's dressed for work right now. Beyond that, I have nothing further.
Ma'am, anything you want to add to that?
No, Your Honor, that's it.
All right. Fines and costs on the no valid operator's license on person charge is $600. I can set you up with a payment plan, so much a month, or give you 30 days to pay it in full, whatever works best for you.
30 days, please, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions?
No, sir.
I have none. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day, folks.
You do the same, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Jadala.
Yes, Judge, we're ready on Mrs. Ziot.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, at this time, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Ms. Ziot. We're going to ask for an adjourned pretrial and respectfully request discovery from the prosecution so I can go over it with Ms. Ziot and hopefully have a decision or work out a plea when we return.
Ms. Foley Carter, no objection? We lost her for a minute.
I don't think it's my case, Your Honor.
I don't have a.
No, it is not. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, but I have no objection to it.
I didn't think you would. Mr. Jadala, how does October 14th work for that adjourned date?
That will be fine, Judge.
And Ms. Ziot, you understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
All right. I need to confirm some information so I can deal with a bond.
Okay.
Sheridan Street's a good address?
Yes, sir.
All right. while you're all writing in your calendars, let's make this at 9:30 on October 14th. And ma'am, is your phone number 788-4223?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to put you on a personal bond with a couple different conditions. First one, don't purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. Second one, don't get into any new trouble. And the third one is cooperate with Mr. Jadala so we can actually accomplish something on October 14th. You got
No
all
problem.
that?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond?
I agree, or I approve, or
Any questions?
no, sir.
Enjoy your day, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning, Mr. Pepper.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thank you.
I have
Can you turn the volume
two
up on?
files with your name on them. From October 26th, I've got two misdemeanors, both violation of technical requirements in Sumter. Each of these carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs, each one up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And if I'm reading this correctly, Mr. Young, at this point, there is no offer from the prosecution. Is that correct?
Yeah, Your Honor, there was a breakdown in communication with the department and me. Maybe if Mr. Pepper would agree to an adjournment, I can get some better clarification and see what I can do. These things are normally workable if we're all agreeable to try to get there. So right now I can tell you we are, so I just need to find out.
Okay. Mr. Pepper, Mr. Young wants me to adjourn this so he can get in touch with the ordinance department, see if there's some kind of a resolution we can maybe work to getting these tickets to go away.
Okay. Yes, sir. I don't have a problem with that. I talked to Mr. Young probably about a month ago. He came back out, checked everything, seen that I had everything still boarded up, moved the fifth wheel out of the way, and everything's up to the ordinance. And I took pictures, so I was wondering maybe if I sent some pictures in, that would help out clarify that, you know, I do have it boarded up. It is in mothballs.
Okay. Mr. Young, would that help?
I think he's getting me confused. I wasn't out there. I think he's probably referencing the ordinance officer, Mr. Gregory or Mr. Scott, one of those two. But yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Mr. Gregory.
Yeah, if you get a hold of him and whatever he says works for me.
Okay. Like I said, he came out, he's seen that I had, you know, a couple times. He just didn't realize that, you know, it was in mothballs and that kind of thing. And so he had to look at it again. But yeah, he's come out and looked at it, seen that it's still.
So we'll adjourn this. Yeah, Mr. Pepper, I'm going to adjourn this till October 14th at 9:40. If you and Mr. Gregory come to some kind of arrangement, sounds like Mr. Young will go along with it. So if that happens before then, you might not have to show up on that date.
Okay, so I should probably contact
Gregory. Yep.
Okay, I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Mr. Manager, I tried to call you this morning to let you know we could do a condition that we would have to do a specific one.
Because I forwarded you the conditions, so we'll be late night. I sent it over to you.
Yeah, I got it. I got all of the money that you want her to pay. Certified the majority of it.
Okay. That's fine, as long as so how long will it take for the Sarah to recertify?
I wouldn't, I'm not sure. So I believe you said in the conditional dismissal until the 30th?
Yes, that's what I was shooting for. I go end of the month, at least to get my forward costs and the water bill.
I think we can work that out.
Okay. All right. traffic.
Good morning, Mr. Riggs.
Hi, how's it going? Can you hear me well?
I can.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure this is working.
All right, I've got a number of files here
Okay,
from July 31, 21. I've got a no proof of insurance civil infraction, a registration or plate civil infraction. From February 7, 20, I've got a registration or plate violation civil infraction that's in default with 294 due. And from February 5, 20, I've got another registration or plate violation that's in default with 294 due. And then from July 31, 21, a drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied misdemeanor. The misdemeanor carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that, sir?
yes, sir.
All right. The prosecutor's made an offer. If you plead guilty to the July 31 charge of drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, then the July 31, 21 misdemeanor, civil infractions, registration or plate, and no proof of insurance would be dismissed. Because the February of 2020 cases are in default, those aren't part of this deal. That's a payment deal we got to work out between you and me.
Okay.
Do you understand the offer from the prosecutor?
Could you repeat that one more time, sir?
Sure. If you plead guilty to the drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied from July 31st, 21, both the civil infractions from that date would be dismissed.
Yes, sir.
The drove while license suspended would go on your records, both your criminal record and your driving record. On your driving record, it's probably going to result in 2 points. It may result in an added suspension. Understanding all of that, do you have enough information to go forward?
Yes, sir.
And are you prepared to go forward without benefit of an attorney?
Sure.
All right. What do you want to do?
I'll go forward with the attorney, but I will
take the deal from the prosecutor?
Yes, I will plead. I will plead.
All right. On July 21, 21, did you drive a vehicle in Sumter while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes, sir.
I will accept your plea. I'll dismiss the 2 civil infractions. You're on Carriage Lane still?
No, unfortunately, I moved.
All right. Give me just a second. I'm going to get a new address from you. Go ahead.
10921 Button Road.
I'm sorry. What's the name of the street?
Bunton, Bunton.
Yep. Is that an Ipsy address or what is that?
I believe it's Augusta Township. It's like right next
to. You know the zip?
It's not in the Sumter district though.
Do you know the zip code?
48191, I believe.
How about a phone number?
Oh, that was weird. My phone number?
Yes.
313-710-0252.
Thank you. You're working?
Yes, sir.
Where at? How long?
At Windsor Mold Group Incorporated in Saline, Michigan, and I've been working there since February of 2020.
What do they do?
They make plastic mold injection, and then we assemble them and ship them out to the manufacturers.
Thank you. Full-time job?
Yes, sir.
Good. Anything else you want me to consider before I set the terms of sentence?
I wanted to disclose that the 2 tickets from February 2020 are no longer an issue because I've sent a letter through the mail to pay for them. So those should no longer be an issue. The tickets are $294, and those what have caused my license to be suspended. but honestly, like my priorities were all out of order because of like not just the coronavirus, but like going through depression and all that stuff with a breakup that I had that has occurred to me like back in 2020. I know these just sound like excuses, but like this is stuff that I was going through, and I got my priorities way out of order, and I'm slowly but surely getting them in line.
Okay, let me back you up to something you said. The February of 2020, you've sent in payment on both files at $294 each?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Anything else before I sentence on the misdemeanor?
No, sir.
All right, fines and costs on this one total $500. That includes both state misdemeanor fees, the $50 misdemeanor tax and the $75 victims fund fee. I can set you up with a payment plan every so much per month, or I can just give you 30 days to pay it in full, whatever works for you.
What are the options again, sir?
Pay it within 30 days, or I'll set you up with a formal payment plan, X number of dollars per month. You tell me how much per month.
Okay. I can do 100 a month.
Can you start on or before next Friday?
I can start this Friday, yes.
Any questions?
How do I make these payments?
You can bring them to the court face to face. You can put them in our Dropbox after hours. You can mail them. You can do it online if you want to pay third-party vendor fees. All those options you can find out details at our website, 34th District Court.
Okay. If I were to bring it to you, would it have to be in a money order?
Oh, we love cash.
Yeah, I think we all do. I hear that.
No, money order, cashier's check, personal check, that's good. Credit cards, if you don't mind paying fees. Lots of options.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Mitt. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Nunley, I had you. Where'd you go?
He requested a breakout room with Rob. It's
Oh,
okay.
I didn't know that that's what you were asking me, Mary Ann. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Put me down.
Did you get the
Mr.
request?
O'Brien, good morning.
Yeah, but I said not at this time because I thought it wasn't regarding me.
Oh, okay. I'll try again.
All right.
Mr. O'Brien, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Lee O'Brien, on behalf of, excuse me, on behalf of Mr. Wagner.
Good morning. Do you have Mr. Walker with you?
I was on the phone with him. I texted him your ID code.
Yep.
He should be in here
I'm
now.
bringing him in. Have you had any conversation with Mr. Young, the prosecutor for the township?
I have in the past. I'd like to talk to him again if I could.
All right, we just stuck him in another breakout room, so as soon as he's free, we'll let you do that.
Sounds good.
Mr. Bowditch, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What do you got?
I have a Miss Marcy Osborne at 11 o'clock. I've had no contact with her though, Judge. Old case.
All right, let's see if she shows.
Thank you.
Miss Courtney, are you connected?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Miss Courtney, I've got a file here from February 21. Assault and battery, misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you prepared to go forward today without an attorney, or would you like to speak to a court-appointed attorney?
I would like to speak to my court-appointed attorney.
All right. Mr. Jadala, want a breakout room?
Yes, please.
Got it, Mary Ann?
Yes, it's breakout room 1.
Press.
Mr. Merriweather, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Where you been? You were scheduled at 9 o'clock.
I apologize. I was overslept.
All right, I've got 2 files here. One from January 6, 2000. Actually, they're both from January 6, 21. One is a speeding ticket. That's in default. Shows that you owe $318. The other file is a misdemeanor drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. The misdemeanor carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Looks like you were sentenced on August 12 by our visiting judge to pay fines and costs of $475. That sound right?
Yes.
All right. So let's do some math. These 2 files together total $793. What's your plan to take care of these?
I was kind of wondering who I don't know. I guess I'll pay him.
Okay, my question is, how do you want to pay him? You need a payment plan? You need a due date? What's your plan?
Yes, I do need a payment plan.
How much can you pay every month?
Like $20.
I can't do $20. I can do $40 every 2 months if that's the best you can do.
Okay.
When can you start?
I guess on the 1st of the month.
I'll give you honor before October 8th. That help? Any questions? No questions?
No.
All right, have a nice day. Mr. Nunley, you're gone again.
Judge, I
Mr.
was
O'Brien, you ready on anything?
Excuse me?
Mr. O'Brien, are you ready?
I'm ready, Judge.
What are we doing?
No, I'm ready to go in the breakout room with Mr. Young.
Okay, Mary Ann?
He appears available.
Breakout room 5.
Mr. Jadala, what do you got?
I was just waiting to speak to Mr. Young too on the Courtney file. Was there anything in the Courtney file? Were there any offers in there?
I'll look.
Yeah,
No,
I left
there's no paperwork.
There's an old offer in there.
Rob, go in breakout room 5.
Judge, on the Courtney file, it is set for a final pretrial, isn't it?
Let me check that.
How do I go to breakout room 5?
I'll move you.
Thank you.
Mr. Jadala, it should have been set for a final pretrial, but I can't, from the file I've got, I can't tell whether or not anybody contacted the complainant. Maybe Mr. Young can tell me that. The file doesn't even reflect, file reflects final pretrial today.
All right.
So
I'll
we'll
just
have to
speak-
talk to Mr. Young.
All right, we'll just wait for him and then I'll speak to him when he's ready.
Okay.
Thanks.
For some reason, I just got kicked out of the breakout room with Mr. O'Brien.
I'll open it back up.
Yeah, I did too, Judge.
Samsung, what's your name?
Is that, are you talking to me, Your Honor?
How would I know if I'm talking to you? Are you a
That's
Samsung phone?
yes, sir. Christopher Walkner, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you then. Your name's already on the screen. Samsung, you're muted. What's your name?
Brandon McKinney?
McKinney? Mr. McKinney, I've got 3 files here from August 6, 21. Registration or plate violation misdemeanor, up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied misdemeanor, up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. And last file is a civil infraction, no proof of insurance. The prosecutor has made an offer. If you plead guilty to the drove while license suspended charge, both the other charges would be dismissed. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Are you prepared today to go forward without an attorney, or would you like to speak to a court-appointed attorney?
I'd like to speak to court-appointed attorney.
All right. Mr. Jadala, did you catch that plea?
No, could you repeat it one more time? I caught the tail end of it.
Yep. If Mr. McKinney pleads to drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, the no proof of insurance civil infraction and the misdemeanor plate registration violation would both be dismissed.
Got it.
And let me tell you what the status of his license is as of September 1, he still shows suspended.
Understood. Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Hess, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I do not see your name on my docket. What time were you scheduled?
Not scheduled. I was just sitting in for a preliminary hearing for an assault that was on me. I was told I could zoom in.
What's the defendant's name?
Jolene Courtney.
All right, we will label you as such so we know which file you're on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Jadala, you still waiting to talk to Mr. Young?
Yes, but we're ready on Mr. McKinney. We're just going to set the matter for a final pretrial, Judge.
All right, and I think it happened while you were in the breakout room. Ms. Hess has joined us. She is the complainant on the Courtney matter.
Okay.
All right, Mr. McKinney, you with me? Mr. McKinney, did I lose you?
I'm bringing him back.
He's still in the
Judge.
breakout room.
Yep, he's coming out.
Mr. Jadala, how about 9:50?
At what date?
October 14th.
That'll be fine.
Mr. McKinney, we're going to adjourn this out to October 14th at 9:50.
Okay.
That'll be for a final pretrial, correct, Judge?
Correct.
Thank you.
Mr. McKinney, let me have your phone number.
It's 517-962-1400.
Address on Thetford is a good one.
Yes, sir.
You're all set. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Nunley, you got any work for me?
Yeah, I just need the breakout room with Mr. Beach. Like, we keep getting kicked out. If I could have at least 5 minutes with him, that would be great.
Go back in room 6. Please.
I'm ready on Walkner, Judge.
All right, what do we got going on?
Just request a trial date.
Bench or jury?
Jury.
All right, you'll be contacted by Heather.
Okay, you got any idea what month?
Not at all.
Well,
I got my
okay.
first one in over a year and a half scheduled next week. We've
All
got
right,
about
good luck with that.
85. Yeah, we've got about 85 in the building that's backlogged.
Yeah, I bet.
Last count I knew. Actually, it's less than that because our final pre-trials have been resolved in some of them.
I tried.
So Heather's on vacation this week. She'll probably be contacting you next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice weekend.
You too. Mr. Wagner, you can go.
Can see your bedroom.
Judge,
Yes.
may I go into a breakout room with Patience Hess Courtney?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll move you to breakout room
Marianne?
2, Rob.
Okay.
Ms. Hess,
Yes.
we need you to join breakout room number 2, please.
Okay, thank you.
iPhone in an automobile. iPhone in the automobile. I am going to remove you from my Zoom meeting. What's your name, ma'am?
Diane Sloan?
Simone,
Yes, sir.
scheduled at 11 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a file from July 19, 2021, misdemeanor charge of animal at large. Carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The prosecutor has made an offer on this file. If you plead guilty, it would be taken under a 3-month delayed sentence. What that means is for that time period, you stay out of trouble, no new charges, and you pay court costs. In this case, the court cost would be $300. If you do everything as you're supposed to, then at the end of that time period, this matter would be dismissed. It would not stay on your record as a permanent criminal conviction. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
And did I give you enough information to make a decision?
Your Honor, those aren't my cows. I have a notarized letter from the gentleman who the cows belong to. I keep my horses on that property and I feed the cows when I feed my horses.
Okay?
He's willing
Let me
to take.
stop you. Let me stop you. I'm going to wait until the attorney for the township is available and let you have some conversation with Mr. Young.
Okay.
Sir, what's your name?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Hello?
What's your name?
Lonnie Kemper?
Templar with a T?
Lonnie Kemper?
Kemper.
Lonnie, Lonnie. Yeah. Oh.
Mr. Kemper, I've got 3 files here scheduled for today.
Yeah.
I've got an 11/24/18 controlled substance use possession. I've got a March 8, 2020 drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. And I've got a March 8, 2020 misdemeanor registration or plate violation. Each one of these carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs. Each one is up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes. Your attorney
The
should be
prosecutor for the current, or excuse me, prosecutor for Sumter Township has made a plea offer. If you plead guilty to drove while license suspended, the registration or plate charge would be dismissed. If you plead guilty to the drug charge, it would be taken under a delayed sentence for 12 months. Do you understand these charges and the offer made by the prosecutor?
Yes.
Are you prepared to go forward today without an attorney, or would you like to speak to a court-appointed attorney?
I should have an attorney there. Robert Coots. Robert Coots?
You don't. He's not in the meeting yet.
Okay, well.
You're scheduled at 11. You're scheduled at 11:10, so Mr. Coots might not be firing up yet. If you can get a hold of him, tell him we're ready for him when he can get in the meeting room.
Okay.
Mr. Nunley, you ready for anything?
I just needed the breakout room for longer.
With?
Mr. Beach.
All right. Mary Ann, can you put Mr. Beach and Mr. Nunley back in a breakout?
Yes, breakout room 6.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Bowditch, you got anything ready?
Your Honor?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Young?
Your Honor, if I can get Mary Ann to put me back in with patients, Hess Courtney.
Yes.
We got kicked out, so.
Breakout room 2, Rob.
All right. Now, how do I do that?
You should see an invitation.
All right.
Do you see it?
I'm in, Rob.
No.
Okay, I'll try it again.
I don't see Miss Patience.
Ms. Hess is probably still in the breakout room.
Yes, she is.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
Can you hit your screen, Rob, and get into 2?
I don't see here what to hit. It's not coming up like it normally does.
Okay.
Breakout rooms, let me see. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Got
Ms. Sloan, were you waiting to speak to the court-appointed attorney?
I was waiting for company. I'm not, that's,
Mr. Jadala, are you available?
I am available. What was the offer on Mr. Sloan, Judge?
Oh, actually, Ms. Sloan needs to speak to Mr. Young.
Yes, that was what it was. That's what I remember too. Yes.
Yep, thank you. Thank you.
Judge, so Miss Sloan is waiting for Mr. Young. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you. Rob, was that enough time?
That was, thank you.
Okay.
Can I just tell Sam that I guess we need to set this for trial, Sam?
Understood. I'll, if I could have Miss Courtney in the breakout room, please.
Got that, Mary Ann?
Yes, I do.
Good morning, Mr. Coots.
Morning.
Your appearance for Mr. Kemper.
Robert Coots on behalf of Mr. Kemper, 43430.
All right, so Mr. Young has made an offer on these files. If Mr. Kemper pleads guilty to drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, excuse me, from March 8, 2020, the registration or plate misdemeanor from that date would be dismissed. And if he pleads guilty to the 2018 possession charge, that would be taken under a 1-year delayed sentence. Do you need some time to talk to somebody in a breakout room?
Please.
Who do you want to talk to?
Mr. Kemper.
All right. Mr. Young, we're going to put you in a breakout room with Miss Sloan. Miss Sloan is charged with animal at large, and she said it's not her animal. She was just being a good Samaritan while she was there. So I told her I'd let her talk to you.
Okay.
It's breakout room 4.
Mr. Jadala, did you get enough time with your client?
I did, Judge.
What are we gonna do?
Your Honor, respectfully, Samuel Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Ms. Courtney. Your Honor, we've had this matter set for a jury trial for quite some time. I've had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Courtney. We've been in contact. And at this point, Your Honor, she understands the right she is waiving. She wishes to plead guilty as charged to 1 count of assault and battery. She does understand the right she is waiving once again.
Thank you. Ms. Courtney, you understand the possible penalty for the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand your rights? You discussed those rights with Mr. Jadala?
Yes, sir.
You understand the options those rights present?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, is it your desire today to plead guilty to the charge of assault and battery, and are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
February 21, tell me what happened that makes you think you're guilty.
I assaulted her. I hit her.
And that her would be Ms. Hess?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mary Ann, do we still have Ms. Hess in a breakout room?
Judge, I don't see her at all. She's not in a breakout room.
Mr. Jadala, I'd like to sentence today, but without some input from Ms. Hess, I don't know that I can. So hopefully Mr. Young got enough input from her.
We can wait, Your Honor.
Courtney, go ahead.
If need be, Your Honor, we have no objections for a PSI and set this matter up for a sentencing and maybe get a victim impact statement.
Okay, we'll do that. Your address on Ridge Road, a good one, Ms. Courtney?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jadala, do you think we need a PSI or just seek an impact statement from the victim?
I think just an impact statement. Ms. Courtney has no previous or prior record, so this is a first-time offense.
Yeah, I don't think I need a PSI then. I'd just like to see what Ms. Hess has to say.
Okay.
All right, I'll continue the bond.
Thank you, Judge.
Your phone number, Ms. Courtney, is 373-4520?
Correct.
All right, you'll be hearing from our probation department.
Okay.
On sentencing date. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you,
too.
Judge.
Have a nice weekend.
Mr. Coots, are we ready?
Yes, sir.
What are we doing?
We will enter into the plea that the court outlined as far as a plea to the driving license suspended, possession of the controlled substance under advisement for 12 months, and a dismissal of the plate violation.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Kemper, you understand the possible penalty for drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
And you've discussed your rights with Mr. Coots. You understand those? Correct?
Yes.
All right. Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to drove while license suspended today? Hello?
He may have been pushed into a.
Yep, they're coming out. Mr. Nunley, can you go back into 6, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. It keeps inviting us to join a room.
Ignore that, please.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. No.
Mr. Kemper, you understand the possible penalty for drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today?
Yes.
On March 8, 2020, did you drive a vehicle in Sumter while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea to that charge. I'll dismiss the registration or plate violation from March 8, 2020. The registration or plate charge does have a $45 clearance fee on that file. I'm not going to waive it. You don't have to pay it unless you want to get your license straight with Secretary of State. Then you're going to have to pay that $45. Understood?
Yes, I wish I could.
You wish you could what?
Get a license. I haven't had one in 30 years.
Yeah, I'd like you to get one too. As to the marijuana possession charge, are you pleading guilty to that one today? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Kemper, yes.
Yes, yes.
Mr.
We have a
Kemper, do you
delay.
understand the possible penalty for that charge?
Yes,
And you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to that one as well?
yes,
On November 24, 2018, did you come in contact with officers in Sumter Township?
yes,
At that point, did you have something in your possession you should not have had?
yes.
And what was that?
Did you say marijuana?
I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm just anticipating that's what it was. You don't know what you had?
Mr. Kemper?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't play it yet.
Okay. But the substance was marijuana, yes?
Mr. Kemper, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
I'll accept the plea. Mr. Coots, is there anything I should know before I sentence Mr. Kemper?
Yes, Judge. Basically, Mr. Kemper has been inpatient. One of the facilities that he's been in is the Henry Ford Allegiance Healthcare Program in Jackson, Michigan. He's been inpatient there for some time. He has been released and he is in the care of family. He did post a $500 bond some time ago, and that was, I believe, vacated or forfeited. I would ask the court to reinstate that bond, or at least allow the $500 to go toward fines and costs. He is getting help as far as his substance abuse.
Yep. All right, on the marijuana charge, 12 months delayed sentence. Stay out of trouble, Mr. Kemper. No new charges.
I will.
I'll just suspend any court costs on that one, Mr. Coots, instead of making the clerk go through the steps of reinstating a bond.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. You're welcome. As to the drove-while license suspended, revoked, or denied, anything to add?
Nothing further. I mean, he doesn't have a license. He's already stated 30 years. We'll try to get his license reinstated when he becomes eligible.
I assume it's been a while since you've worked too, Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
All right. Fines and costs on that one, $300. Can you pay that within 30 days or do you need a payment plan?
No, payment plan.
How much can you pay every month?
$50.
And can you start that on or before next Friday?
Yes.
All right, that'll take care of you. And I've got your address on here in River Drive. Is that a good one or an old one?
Thank you.
What's your new address, Mr. Kemper?
25 Carroll Ave.
I didn't get any of that. Start over.
Greer's Ferry. 25 Carroll Avenue.
Carroll Avenue? Spell it.
Greer's.
C-A-R-O-L.
C-A-R-O-L.
And that's Carroll Avenue in what city? Ma'am, go ahead and tell me what city you're in.
Greer's Ferry.
All right, Mr. Coots, contact the court with a good address. I can't fight that audio.
No problem.
G-R-E-E-R-S.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a nice day, Mr.
Thank you.
Kemper.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Coots.
You too. Take care.
Mr. Nunley, are we ready?
We are, Your Honor. Thank you.
What's your pleasure?
So Mr. Beach has some issues in some different courts. He has a felony charge out of Washtenaw, and he's got a felony charge out of Wayne County, and he also has another state charge out of the out of your court with the state of Michigan for another drinking related offense. So Mr. Beach is gonna, all of these are gonna be tied together because he hasn't been sentenced on any. And when he gets sentenced on the felonies, then he's gonna have to deal with the sentencing guidelines. And each of these convictions are going to, you know, be intertwined. So I told Mr. Beach that I can only advise him what the cases that I'm assigned. I don't know what his other cases are. He thinks it wise, and I don't necessarily disagree, that he retain his own attorney to represent him on all of these charges so they can get them all together, tell him what he's facing, tell him what the potential impact could be of one guilty plea on another charge or a conviction to the other. So I think that that's a good way to go. I don't think that there's any way in which that I can help him beyond, you know, what I've already tried to. I think if he retains an attorney, maybe he can get a clear idea of what he's facing and how each charge is going to affect the other.
All right, Mr. Beach, that's what you want to do? You want to hire your own attorney?
Yes, sir, because like I said, I don't want to screw myself on another charge because of me pleading not on this charge, and I just don't.
I understand. I understand. No problem. I just want to confirm that what Mr. Nunley told me fits what you're trying to do. So
Yes,
if
sir.
I adjourn these till October 14th, that gives you time to hire counsel?
October 14th, you said? I guess it's gonna have to be, enough time to hire counsel and get the money together. I would take whatever you could give me at this point.
I will continue your bond. All these matters will be adjourned to October 14th at 9:50 for you to hire your own attorney.
October 14th, and you said at 9:30?
9:50, 950.
Yes, sir. October 14th at 9:50.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you, Judge Oakley. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Judge.
And Mrs.
Have a great
Sloan, are
afternoon.
you ready to make a decision? Thank you, Royce. Ms. Sloan, are you ready to make a decision?
Your Honor, this is my case.
Yes, sir.
I move to dismiss after discussions with her. I understand what happened and I don't believe that she had any culpability. So I have no objection to the court dismissing the case.
Thank you. And I'm assuming that's okay with Ms. Sloan?
Yes, sir.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome very much. You, Mr. Browning?
Yes, sir.
What time are you scheduled? I don't see your name on my files.
I think 10 o'clock it was.
10:20, Judge.
Oh, I see it. Yep. A little bit late. Where you been?
I'm on my way to the doctor's. And my alarm didn't go off and let me know that I was supposed to
right.
sign in.
Looks like the car is moving. Please tell me you're the passenger.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've got a file here from July 25, 21, misdemeanor charge of drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. That charge carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. At this point, the prosecutor has not made an offer. So your options are you can plead guilty, you can set the case for trial, or if you think it'll help you, I can let you talk to a court-appointed attorney.
Talk to attorney.
Mr. Jadala.
I got it, Judge. I'm ready to go into breakout.
Yeah, Mr. Browning shows revoked as of printout date 9/1.
Right.
Mr. Browning, can you go into breakout room 5, please?
Okay.
Mr. Janelle, you waiting to go in with Mr. Browning?
No, we already went in. We're just asking for a final pretrial, Your Honor.
October 14th, 9:50.
Sounds good. Did you hear that, Mr. Browning?
Mr. Browning?
Yes, sir.
Please log in on time, okay, sir?
Yes.
All right. have
Mr.
one-
Browning, your Northbrook address, a good one?
Yes.
Can I have a phone number?
734-657-3165.
Was that 657?
Yes.
3165.
Yep.
Okay, have a good day.
Yep, you too.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can you tell me what happened with Courtney?
She pled, and we're just gonna get a victim's impact statement. She pled as charged to the assault and battery.
Okay, thank you.
We're gonna get a victim's impact
So if
statement.
Yeah, and Rob, if you talk to the complainant, just let her know that our probation department will be sending her something.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I ask Mr. Bowditch something?
Sure.
Jeff, what, do you have, Osborne?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that the one that moved up to Grand Rapids or something like that?
Yeah, I think, Rob, it's a 2-year-old truancy case.
So what are you asking me?
What's the name on it? What's the name on it?
Marcy Osborne. Scheduled at 11 o'clock, Your Honor.
They were local, and then she moved up to Grand Rapids, I believe I saw in the file.
Yeah, it's been a long history of missing court dates and coming back and going back and forth. I don't really even remember much about Miss Osborne.
Is she attending today?
Not as of yet that I've been aware of.
She tried, I'm looking at the file. It looks like she tried to do something on her online plea. Let me see if I can figure out what happened. Oh, whatever she tried to do on the online dispute resolution was rejected by Mr. Young.
Way to go, Rob.
What are you asking me to do, Jeff?
Dismiss the case, it's too old.
Well, you've never been at a loss for words before. I mean, you always tell me what I should do. I mean, why should this be any different?
I believe it's a what we might refer to as a moot point for judicial economy. We should dismiss it.
All right, I'll move to dismiss without prejudice because I don't have the authority, but I doubt very much we'll ever talk about this one again. How's that?
Done.
On behalf of Miss Osborne, I would accept that.
Yeah, and just so we know, she's got a payment plan here on some other stuff that she hasn't been making payments on either, so.
Yeah, she's got a tough way to go from what I remember.
Yeah, sounds like she thinks she's done with this area.
Thank you, Mr. Young. I appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
All right, Jeff, I'll see you. Does that do it for me?
I've got 3 more files, and unfortunately, I don't have phone numbers on any of them.
Well, I can tell you, Bradford's not going to show. He never does.
No. Let me finish what I was going to say.
All right,
they were
ahead.
scheduled at 11. Everybody else has been, everybody else is in the failed to appear pile. So I've got Winniski, which is an A and B Sumter file. I've got Plaza, which is a Sumter Blight case.
Your Honor, that's the one we were going to have a trial on today, and so we adjourned it. Without
Plaza was the one. Yep.
Right. So just I told him the court would be rescheduling it and sending out notice.
All right, so that leaves us two Sumter files. Caitlin, I think we're done with you. Everybody else on your docket's in the no-shows.
Great, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
You too.
And Rob
Yo.
and Samir, Vininsky and Morgan are the only ones that are not in bench warrant status right now. I'm going to leave those for Judge Green to actually issue the bench warrants because I got to get to a funeral.
Is
So
Plaza?
if you guys want to hang out, if you want to hang out in my waiting room for a minute, if those people show up, Mary Ann will get Judge Green on the line and she'll take care of the pretrials.
Your Honor, is Plaza without date yet right now?
Yeah, Heather's going to have to pick that one.
All right.
Yep.
I would say around 11:30, Judge, and see if anybody shows up within the next 10 minutes.
Make it 11:40 because no, that's right. 11:30 or plenty of time. Because the last two we had, Morgan and Winiski. Actually, I don't even see Winiski. When was that scheduled? Oh, that was at 10:10. So we just got Morgan's last one.
All right, we'll hang out till 11:30 and take off, Judge.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
See you later, Judge.
Thanks, guys.
Do you want me to highlight those files or?
You know what?
You can't do it for 48 hours, but I'll do whatever you want me to.
No, all I need you to do is put that one in the stack and highlight them.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I can highlight all of them, but it's a 48-hour hold on
No, I
all
know.
these anyway. They can't do them till Monday.
I gotta find the file. These are all no shows.
And she's gonna wait until 11.
So I gotta just do that. And then I take them down to mine just went like Mackenzie tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So that's fine.
Okay, so this
So
is the only
basically-
one I'm waiting for.
Yeah, just do this. And just, you're on standby.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
Everything's
highlight,
highlighted
yeah,
except that.
except for, oh, everything's, is that
Yep.
you're highlighting?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I got it.
Thanks, guys.
Do you, okay, is that all you, oh, you wrote on the bottom already, got it, okay, I literally did not read that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, yeah. I'll wait.
Hey, Rob and Sam. Hello, hello.
Go.
Hey, Judge Green is standing here with me and she said the docket is done.
Thank you. See you later.
All right, bye.
All right.
But